Okay. Okay, hello, how's everyone doing? Okay, let me just post this on Twitter here. Hello everyone, how you guys doing? And I gotta buy some gun oil, my guns are so dirty.
Wow, been a while since you've been back, hasn't it? So, what are you aiming for today?
Yeah, but they technically updated this game recently where they reset the Posse names, which is a bit weird. No, I haven't, Hustler.
It's yours now.
Oh, I'm excited for Ghost of Yote, yes.
No problem.
Okay. Clean this. Do you think the next console will be all digital? Well, it kind of is. The PlayStation, 5 Pro. Okay, Brandon. Brandon, are you in my session? How's everyone's Friday here? Hey, Keyshawn. Okay, let's get this guy. No problem, Keyshawn. I was binging your Modern Warfare 2 videos. Well, thank you, man. I think you'll like my Call of Duty World at War and Black Ops playthrough that I'll be doing soon, too. I'll also have a pretty interesting video coming out for you guys tomorrow, talking about whether I think college is worth it or not, because I know people have asked me a lot about that, and so I'll just give my honest opinion. I'm not going to be like, rude in that video to like any side, any point of view, but just give my honest opinion in that video. Okay, it's... I have some good cosplay ready for Call of Duty World at War also. Yeah, GTA Online... Well, GTA Online turns 11, yeah, in 4 days. Yeah, you're right on that. Come on, keep going, horse, keep going. Would I play any Halo games? Maybe one day. Hey Pro, I usually stick with the 9 crate method because I play solo. I want to try to sell a full medium warehouse. If so, what mission do you recommend me to do and stay away from? Also, is it doable? Well, the thing is, though, nicest person in the universe, you don't really have a choice on what mission you can get. And if you try to close your app, you're going to lose 3 crates by default. The safest mission to do solo would be the single tugboat. That's the safest mission to do solo. It's safer than the plane because the plane is, you could have, like, buzzards spawn and go after you. If you're gonna be selling a warehouse solo, then a medium warehouse solo, then your best bet is to sell it in a solo session. But if you got, like, 2 other friends to help you out, you can get a massive bonus just by, selling that in a populated lobby. Thank you, nice person in the universe. And thank you, Arye Akiva. Hey, Professional, keep up, you're the best YouTuber in the world. I've unsubscribed to your channel since you did GTA Liberty City Stories. Keep it up, bro. You're the best. Thank you, Arya Akiva. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you, man. What's the event, Brandon? I hope everyone in Florida is okay. See if I can find this target here. Is that him? Fool's gold in 28 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of people have been getting banned now. Yeah, people have also told me to play that game Fears to Fathom for Halloween. Peter said he did not care for The Godfather. What will be your version of it? What do you mean my version of it? Which Fears to Fathom episode is the one with the landlord? Because people told me that there's one with, a landlord and there's something, like, really creepy that happens at the house. Which episode is that? Woodbury Getaway. Okay, I might play that one. Woodbury, okay. The day before developers are back and they're scamming again? Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? Come on, people, please smash the like button. Well, thank you, man. I'll stream GTA 4 on Sunday. On Sunday, we'll do a GTA 4 stream. Yes, I do want to do a lore video on Old Tour. Hey, Pro, I've got the membership again. I'm rewatching your Ace Attorney games again. Will you play the older Phoenix Wright games? Yeah, I will. I might play them one day, Jonathan. I just don't know when. The thing is, I know all the answers in all of them, so it'll be kind of boring. But I'm gonna play Ace Attorney Investigations. I haven't, that one, I've never played that game before. Boxing commentator Joe Tessitore is now doing commentary for WWE. Oh, well, that's very different. Yes, there will be more Saints Row lore videos. A lot of jobs you can get with college degrees are also ones you can get self-taught or for a cheaper alternative. Yeah, I agree with you. Dragon Gaming. What's the sad news, Phoenix? There's one thing I don't seem to understand though. Maybe somebody in the chat will know the answer to this. But for my video tomorrow, I'm gonna make, the video basically talking about if I think college is worth it or not, and I'm not gonna be, like, rude or anything. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, pretend to know everything. I'm just gonna give my honest opinion on it. But my question is, does anybody know where this college, like, elitist, like, mindset came from, like, what its origins are, like, where it came from? And what I mean by college elitist, attitude is I mean that, like, decades ago, if you didn't go to college decades ago, that was seen as, like, normal. But today, if you don't go to college, like, society looks down on you, and they think that, like, you're stupid. Like, people think that you're stupid for not going to college. Does anybody know where that came from? Like, that mindset, like, the origins of that, like, how that formed? Because, like, that's the one thing I haven't been able to, kind of figure out is, like, where that came from, that attitude. From parents? The Enclave did nothing wrong. All those accounts of atrocities were merely NCR and Brotherhood of Steel propaganda. Message approved. President Dick Richardson. Thank you, General's Alert. From dads and moms? I wouldn't be surprised if it was from Hollywood. No, I don't, Tob. The basic progression of past experience passed down from generations, huh? Celebrities. Yes, I play the Condemned games one day. I don't know. I'll do the GTA 4 stream earlier on Sunday.
Oh, you don't want to be tying me up. Big mistake.
It really depends on what you want to do. If one wants a particular career like a lawyer, doctor, or something, then college is necessary. But many jobs don't require a college degree. I agree with you, Jared. But do you know what the biggest problem is? The biggest problem is a lot of jobs don't really need college degrees, but yet employers obsess over them. And I think that's the problem. Is because like there are even like some McDonald's locations that like won't hire you if you have a college degree. It's like, why would you need a college degree to work at McDonald's? That's just stupid.
You gonna pay rotten for this? Got him alive. Good hustle, good hustle. This is yours.
I work at a golf course, so how's that? Nowadays, you need 3 years experience to work minimum wage. Yep. Do you think Rockstar will make a PS4 and GTA 4 port? Yeah, maybe one day, Brandon. But I will tell you guys, one thing that you guys have that I didn't have when I was, 18, 19, just getting out of high school, it was like a decade ago, is that's right when the food apps started forming. So, like, I never really took advantage of that. But, like, honestly, going back now, I would have just worked in, like, Uber, like, Eats and stuff like that, and DoorDash. That's what I would have done. Even if I get paid less than retail, that's what I would have done. Because I can just choose my own hours and not have to, like, worry about, like, annoying managers and stuff like that. So, that's the thing that's the nice thing about that is that, I know it doesn't pay that well, but at least, like, you can do it, on your own time. That's one thing I appreciate about it. Oh, it's good that your girlfriend's okay, Jared. I'm sorry about what's happening in, Florida. Do you think college is a waste of talent? Not really. It depends on what you're going for. There's definitely parts of college, like, The thing is, like, when people say that college is a scam, I think that's wrong. I don't think that's true, but I also think that the statement where people say if you don't go to college you're gonna be a failure, I think that's just as stupid as people saying that it's a scam. So I think both of those points I think are stupid. So there are courses and education in college definitely help, like wanting to be a doctor or a lawyer. You're gonna need college education. But what I will say about this is just don't do what my half brother did, because my half brother, when he went to college like many years ago, and do you know what he ended up doing? He ended up getting a degree in philosophy, and then all he did was complain that he couldn't find a job anymore. Like it's like, dude, it's like you chose to get a degree in philosophy. It's like, what did you expect was gonna happen? But it's like he was just constantly complaining. It's like, I can't find a job. I'm entitled to a job. I should have a job by now. I have my degree. It's like, you got a degree in philosophy. It's like, what do you expect? But that's why I say some college degrees are useless. Like, they won't I mean, I'm not saying philosophy is necessarily bad, but it's like, if you're expecting to get a job with a philosophy degree, that's just stupid. Brandon, can you leave one of your active posses so I can invite you, please? Pro, who's more evil, Micah or Dimitri? That's a good question. I think that Dimitri, because Dimitri betrayed and killed his best friend. You have to remember that, too. What do you think of Dominik Tarczynski? You're talking about the Polish politician. That's who you're talking about. I know who he is. I'm not gonna, talk about him because I don't speak politics. I stay away from that on my streams, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He's from the Law and Justice Party in Poland. What are your favorite pedestrian quote from GTA 4? Mine are more drama for your mama and... well, I don't remember a lot of the quotes in Liberty City Stories. The one I do remember is the Cheese Deluxe one. That one I do remember. Who's more deranged, Adam the Clown or Machete Man? Adam the Clown, because at least Cliff was still able to come back to his senses.
Is perfect. So, what shall we create? Now, we have a batch ready for shipment, okay? I can trust you, I know. You
Love
are
these streams,
not
man. Thank you, Shui.
Monteur, tricheur. But, when I give a batch to you...
Pro, did Adolf Hitler kill anyone himself? Well, he ordered killings, but if you're talking about him physically actually killing anybody, I don't know about World War I, but about there is a common belief that Hitler murdered his niece. So Hitler's niece killed herself, and it was commonly, she shot herself, and it was commonly believed that he was abusing her. And he ended up killing her. So the story was that she committed suicide, but some people believe that he actually killed her. Hey, Pro, people are calling the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima woke because the main character is a woman. Thoughts? I don't think that there's anything woke about that. I don't have a, I don't have a problem with female characters in video games. That's fine. The only time I will tell you, the only time I have an issue with a character is when it historically does not make sense. That's the only time I'll have an issue with a character. And, like, for example, one of my biggest issues was in Battlefield 5. In Battlefield 5, that they had, like, American and British women in, infantry during World War II. And that made no sense, because that didn't happen. You did have women that fought in infantry in World War II, but when they fought in combat in World War II, they fought in the Soviet army, the Polish army. The Polish army did have a few women battalions to start. The Polish and the Soviet army, and they also fought in the resistance, like the French resistance, Polish resistance, Czechoslovakian resistance, Yugoslavian resistance. But there was no, women soldiers that were in the American and, like, British army. And so that's the only time I had, like, really a problem with, like, with, you know, that type of stuff, because it was like, it was historically inaccurate. But like when it comes to Ghost of Yotai, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, I don't really have an issue with it. It's perfectly fine. You know, it's not, it is a historical time period, but like you could have had like a woman who was like a capable fighter back then, so that could have happened. So there's it's more about like during World War II when you had like, you know, it was just historically accurate for like World War II. Yeah, I'll do a lore video on Lance Betrayed Tommy. I will also tell you guys is I don't really have a problem with the woman character in Ghost of Yotai. How do you pronounce it? Yotai or Yotai? How is it pronounced? Like I don't know. But anyways, I had more of a problem with Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's what I had more of a problem with. Because in Assassin's Creed Shadows you had Yasuke, that guy. And I watched a video of like this Japanese historian that was like saying that there's no evidence that like, you know, Yasuke did like the stuff that he did that was like shown in the game, and the depiction that they have of him. But yeah, he's here.
Drive the wagon over. Gonna need you here. We're looking for carts.
The thing about Assassin's Creed Shadows is that Yasuke is a foreigner. He's from Mozambique. And while Yasuke was a real-life person, he was a person that really did exist, he is a foreigner that is in, you know, feudal Japan. And when you're playing, like, a game that, you know, you're expecting to play, like, a samurai game that takes place in Japan, you expect to play as, like, a Japanese character. But, like, there was a lot of people that were, you know, trying to make it into, like, a racist thing. And they were trying to say, oh, you know, people are racist and stuff like that. And I don't think that there was anything racist about that criticism. But I will say also is like people were comparing it to like Assassin's Creed 3, and they were saying like, you know, in Assassin's Creed 3 you play as a Native American, but that's completely different. And the reason it's completely different is because Connor is an American. He's a Native American, but he's from that land. He grew up there, so it's his land, and so that's it's not comparable to like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know what these NPCs I think are glitched. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rush to get World at War out before Black Ops 6. Which psychopath from Dead Rising made you think and explain, I kind of feel bad for killing this guy, maybe he would have had a great life if the outbreak never happened? Cliff and Adam. Have I played Resident Evil 4? Yeah, I have, a long time ago at a friend's house. Thank you, Robinson, for the super chat. No, I haven't, Kyle. Hi, Professional. When you finish Dead Rising 1 Remake, will you explain how Frank got infected? Yes, that is a lore video. So I got 3 lore videos that I want to make on Dead Rising 1, and those lore videos are going to be posted in October. So all 3 of them, all 3 Dead Rising lore videos will be in October, I promise. But the first 2 lore videos are going to be really quick and easy. The first one is going to be explaining how Frank got infected, because there actually is an explanation how he got infected. There's a cutscene where it shows how he got infected. It's just you don't notice it at first, but it is noticeable. The second thing is I will make a video explaining how Carlito was the one who called Frank to Willamette, because he was. I don't think that's really a theory. I think there's actually proof behind it. I'll show you something hidden that's in one of the cutscenes. And And the final video that I will have will be explaining basically what the zombies are, their origins, and why the U.S. government wants to cover it up. That will be the longest one. I know this is random, but I just want to say it feels good to let go of resentments. I feel good and I'm laughing again. I feel I can move forward. That's good, Suspect 13. Thank you for the super chat. People that I had a I'll tell you people that I had a problem with, the people that I've had a problem with, I just don't think about them really. It's like, you know, people that were mean to me, like, you know, annoying. I just tend to try to get rid of those thoughts and ignore them. What's your question, Menace? No, I've never seen that one. Big Smokes. No, I don't really listen to podcasts, no. Brandon, when is that, Fool's Gold? When is it? Why was Dead Rising 3 hated? I don't know. Dead Rising 3 I thought was a great game. I didn't have a problem with Dead Rising 3. I think Dead Rising 3 is a great game. I think Dead Rising 4 was the worst one. Hey Pro, since you played a lot of games from Rockstar, will you play Midnight Club or The Warriors? The Warriors, I'll definitely play. And I gotta watch the movie The Warriors and I'll play it. Yeah, I'll do Dead Rising 2 and 3. Well, Isaiah, there's also that cliffhanger at the end of Dead Rising 3. Don't spoil it for people, because there's people that have never seen Dead Rising that are watching the series right now, but you know what I'm talking about, that cliffhanger at the very end of Dead Rising 3 after the credits. That's I wish they would have addressed that. I would love a Mega Man Legend remaster, yes. What's the horse right now? Yeah, I'll play Case Zero. I will. I played Case Zero when it first came out, so I'll play it. Yep. Do I want to buy some death sticks? No, I'm good. What's coming for Halloween? I think Fears to Fathom. I might play that one. Bro, when do you finish Fallout 3? I already finished Fallout 3. I finished it a couple days ago. I remember this mission. This mission doesn't have a lot of time on it. Okay. How did I miss? I missed these shots. Playing with free aim, so it's a little more challenging. God. Okay, ooh. Crap. Yeah, I got space in the posse. Let me check. Hold on. A minute? Oh, crap. What is my horse doing? What are you... Great. Somebody come over here and take the bounty. I need somebody to take the bounty here. Crap. Come on, come on. Ah, crap. This is gonna be really close. That mission has always had like 5 minutes to complete it. I don't know why it gives you such little time to complete that mission. What the? Oh, come on. Ugh. Man, that's just stupid. Okay, 2 minutes for fool's gold. Okay, we'll do that. Why am I experiencing lag right now? Okay. No, I don't live anywhere near Florida, but I hope everything's okay. BDR is coming for Halloween, Patrick. Wait, BDR? What's that? I did watch a new Ghost of Tsushima. I watched the Fallout series. Yes, I did. No, I never played Far Cry 3. Yes, but I want to do a playthrough of Mercenaries 1 again, and this next year is going to be the anniversary of Mercenaries coming out also. 20 years. Hey, Golden Stripe, how are you, man? Oh, I've never heard of that channel, Thomas. Oh, okay, Orion. Glad you're feeling better, man. I don't really do much on Halloween. I just stay inside and do, like, a live stream on Halloween. An idea. Dark Viper AU. Dark Space, Gilly Master Professional, Rockstar Games, and Take-Two Interactive Diss Track will gain a lot of publicity. Well, what do you mean, Ron? Can you explain what's a diss track? What is that? Is that like insulting Take-Two? What? A diss track is a song dissing someone. Oh. Okay. Hey, hey, Lou Mike. Am I in poker also? Oh, I'll play poker a little bit later. Pro Metal Gear Solid 1, you don't have to run from the enemy. You can choke them to death. Press square while behind them. Oh, okay, Chris. Thank you for that tip. Am I in a closed session? Oh, yes. The actor who played Professor McGonagall passed away today. She was 89 years old. She even got to meet the Queen of England. She was a good actress. I know her at Honk and Robin Williams' Raise Wands. Oh, that's sad. I don't know the actor. I might know them by picture, because usually I know actors by pictures. If I see their face, I would probably know them. Yes, Darth Vader's voice actor also Darth Vader's voice actor also passed away. Oh, come on. What? You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Did you guys see that? This is exactly what I'm talking about. The problem with Red Dead Online is like 4 shots from a Springfield rifle with express rounds. And then just 1-shot Lancaster headshot. That's what I say the problem with this PvP in this game sometimes. It's just stuff like that. That's ridiculous. Morrowind, maybe I'll do a playthrough of it one day. I'm gonna stay near you guys. Crap. Ah. Damn. What do you think is better, Mercenaries 1 or 2? Mercenaries 2 had more features, but Mercenaries 1, it's like the story and the setting was just better. because have you noticed Mercenaries 1 is a much more darker, like, game, like, darker and grittier, and then Mercenaries 2 is, like, I don't know saying happy, but it's just, yeah, Lancaster, of course. When he started just going back and forth like that, I knew I was gonna get Lancastered. Come on, please don't, again. Oh my god. I don't know why your retail store didn't fire you for stopping scammers, because they said do not stop criminals. Well, there's a difference between, like, trying to, you know, intervene in, like, somebody robbing the store and, like, trying to stop a scam that's in progress. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, at least it was a carbine repeater, not a Lancaster. Thank God. At least it was something. At least it was something different, right? What? Okay. Damn. What does the Lancaster do? It's just like, it's a repeater that has like an insane rate of fire and very little recoil, and that's just the problem with it. People just headshot spam, like just use Lancaster and do nothing but headshot spam. Like I just refuse to use the Lancaster just because it's such an overpowered weapon. I like to like mix it up and like try new guns and stuff. That's why I like to use the Springfield a lot of times, because it's a gun nobody uses. Ah, great. That guy's probably gonna have like 40 kills and like 2 deaths at the end of this. Yeah, I suck. Come on. Yeah, this is, yeah. I gotta say, like, those, you know, tank cards, like all those tonics and stuff like that, it's just so broken that you can just spam, like, somebody to the chest with just express rounds. And I have focus fire. When I use focus fire, I do more damage with Deadeye. So I do more damage, and yet it's just... Oh my god. Okay, it's just, I cannot whistle for my horse at this time, of course I can't. Come on. That, damn, I got so many shots on him there, that should have killed him. Yeah. I suck. I'm telling you guys right now, though, it's like the guy's gonna have like 40-something kills. Damn. Yeah, like I said, it's, there's a lot of stuff that's broken. At least this isn't as bad as GT Online. Like, I will at least say that GT Online PvP is much worse than this. But it's, who's the biggest scumbag Red Dead Redemption 2? Oh, Micah. Definitely Micah. Okay, got someone finally. Lancaster's cheaping for sweats. Yeah, I would agree. It isn't. It's really annoying. There we go. Carcano, oof. Let's see how many kills the guy has. The guy, he barely died. The guy who's first place, like, barely died, I'm telling you right now. What's the golden armor for? Well, it's fool's gold. It's like when you wear that, you have more armor, and you just, you know... And you get points every time you kill somebody. 29 kills. Here. 31 kills and 2 deaths. So I said that the guy was going to have like 40 kills and 2 deaths. At least I was somewhat close. But it's like, my god. Oh, man. And honestly, sometimes I wish there was just like a free aim version. Because these headshot Lancaster spammers, if this was like a free aim mode, I guarantee you these guys would be struggling. If this was like just free aim, you had to actually manually aim, and there was, they wouldn't be doing as good. Have you seen the interview with the terrifying and legendary masked mafia hitman Max Joey Kirshner, who himself was a victim of a mafia hit in 1982? It's short, but there's 3 parts. Yes, I did watch that whole thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. The guy, he wears a mask during the interview, and he just talks about all the people he's killed. He's like a mafia hitman. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before. How are you, by the way, young Hebrew? I haven't seen you in some time. Hey, Jinzol, how are you? What do you think is a good city for the next game after GTA 6? Chicago. Like, creating a new GTA city, but making it Chicago. Chicago GTA, like. Going to free aim here. Capone City. No, that'd be too cringy. It would, yeah. Oh, great. Oh, God. That guy who was just destroying everybody in PvP, he's shooting us now. I thought Carcer City was Chicago. No, Carcer City is supposed to be, I think Carcer City is supposed to be Detroit. Oh. This is what I like about Red Dead Online. You see stuff like this, is like, you know, somebody starts killing you, you can just parlay them. Like, I don't want to deal with this. I think there's definitely things that Red Dead Online is better than GTA Online at. Well, that's the thing about Joey, the mafia hitman that you're talking about, young Hebrew. Here's the thing about Joey is Joey was a very ruthless guy. He was not a good guy at all. You know, he was a cold-blooded killer. But the thing about Joey is that Joey was a very honest guy. So just because somebody's honest does not mean that they're a good person. But that's the thing about him is like when I watched that interview, I did not detect any, you know, any lying whatsoever. Like I didn't sense anything coming from him. Like I felt like everything he was saying was the truth. Like he doesn't seem like the type of guy to me that would lie. So he's a, you know, a cold-blooded killer, but he was like that interview. It was like when he gave that interview to that reporter, it was he was very direct. He was very straightforward. He didn't break eye contact. Yeah, I'll have that video out eventually, Josh. Do hitmen ever snitch on the person who ordered the hit? Typically, no. But it depends. I mean, every person's different, but... But did you get that impression too, young Hebrew? Like, when you watched the interview, did you get the impression that he was telling the truth, that he wasn't lying too? Because I had the impression that he was telling the truth, everything that he said.
Now, all it needs is some time. A bientôt.
I hear no end to your kindnesses. You're just trying to impress us lowdowns, ain't you?
Not really. I don't really read any comics. Oh, I'll play Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 4? You mean Watch Dogs 3, technically, because the next Watch Dogs game would be called Watch Dogs 3. Legion was more of like a, kind of like a side game. But I will say this, is, what they could do is they could do a GTA, like, a GTA game with, like, Las Venturas and San Fierro in, like, one map. They could do something like that. Hey, Pro, I'm back, and I'm going to take Taekwondo class. Love the videos. Also, what's better, 45 or 9mm? Well, thank you, Golden Eye, for the super chat. When you say 45 or 9mm, I'm assuming you're talking about, cartridges. Well, it really depends on the person. Some people, you know, prefer 45 because it's a more stronger round, but 9mm is easier to control, and typically 9mm can be, there's more capacity for the gun. Young Hebrew, are you still here, man? Absolutely very honest, and the brief story he gave can make an amazing film, like when he says, but they, made one mistake. They didn't break it big enough in regards to men that tried to kill him. Yeah, I know. They killed his wife, though. That was the story about that. He, And the thing about Joey is, remember that part when he was being interviewed and he said that his dad was in jail, and they asked him, like, you know, the reporter asked him what his dad was in jail for. He's like, oh, he shot and killed 2 guys. And he talked about it like it was so normal. And remember when he told the reporter, he's like, you know, you do your show, that's your job, and, you know, I'm a hitman, and that's my job. Like, he was like, it's kind of scary how he saw it as just so normal. I know you usually play video games, but have you ever tried playing a tabletop game like a D&D or Vampire the Masquerade? I just started playing VTM. The Vampire the Masquerade games. I wanted to play those games one day, like the RPG. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know they released like another vampire game, but I'm gonna you know play through those games one day. I think this DLC might be the final, you know, the final GTA Online DLC this December. It might be the final one. No, there probably won't be another GTA game outside the US. Let me talk to Crips here. Oh, it's so...
Well, if you insist.
It's so close to being produced. Yep, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Well, Assassin's Creed Shadows has no chance against Ghost of Yotai. That's the thing. Yeah, the Watch Dogs movie is still in production. It's kind of crazy. They put so much work in this game. And the map in this game is much more detailed than the map in GTA 5, and yet they just completely forgot about it like this. Red Dead 3 is probably going to involve Jack Marston. That's probably what it's going to be. I buy a new phone like every 4 or 5 years. Like, I'm not one of those people that buys a phone every year. Oh, I never had roommates in college because I stayed with my family. My college is like half an hour drive. Wait, what do you mean, Josh? Yup. I remember that too, Young Hebrew. Oh, they were horrible, Fernando. You should play the future GTA HD games all stick with the 2020 should the future HD GTA games all stick with the 2025 timeline as GTA 6? Yeah, GTA 6 should take place in 2025. It always takes place the year that the game comes out, so a harder version of GTA 3. Oh. My favorite game soundtrack? If you're talking about just purely game soundtrack, probably the Ace Combat games. If you're talking about, music, like just songs, probably be Vice City. Find this guy here. The HD GTA games are GTA 4, Chinatown Wars, and GTA 5, and GTA 6 will be HD 2. The 3D games are GTA 3, San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories. Those games are all separate universes: the 3D universe and the HD universe. One thing you liked more about the original Dead Rising than the deluxe remaster, the lack of censorship. That's what I'll say about it. Mafia 3, Saints Row 2, GTA San Andreas, Red Dead Redemption 2, yep. I'm gonna be doing a San Andreas playthrough on the 20th anniversary next month. Sorry guys, I couldn't help the hurricane screw my internet. And also, you should play Resident Evil 4 or Batman Arkham Knight for Halloween. I will probably play Fears to Fathom GoldenEye. That's a game people have wanted me to play. Oh, I didn't know about that, Assassin Wolf. They had Ubisoft had a toy that destroyed Torigate resembling the one from Nagasaki. Oh, I didn't know about that. What game did you really enjoy this year? Dead Rising. Dead Rising and Apollo Justice, and also Ace Attorney Investigations. Maybe Condemned, Mr. Hopkins, too. Maybe I'll play that one day, too. Well, I want to make like a Manhunt lore video, like explaining how they're, it's in the same universe as GTA.
You gonna pay for this?
Thank you, Rashawn. Yeah.
For the love of God.
Imagine walking into a restaurant to kill a man with no mask and walking straight out. Technology with cameras really helps detectives these days. Different times back then. Cool that you've seen it too. But here's what I'll say about that is that when Joey said that there's no witnesses when he committed all those hits, that's believable because people when people hear a gun go off, they're just gonna jump on the floor and hope they don't get hit. They're not gonna be looking around to seeing who's firing specifically. So it's completely believable that he was never identified. This is like a mafia hitman that gave, like, interviews. You get more money if you wait, you do. Yeah, the battle soundtrack is pretty good in Metal Gear Solid. Well, they're both really bad, Skooma.
Damn unit.
Was Chiang Kai-shek, the leader of nationalist China, an evil man or a bad man? I would say that he was a bad man. You could probably make the argument maybe he was evil, but the thing about Chiang Kai-shek is Chiang Kai-shek did commit murders. He did do horrible things too, but it's nowhere near the scale that Mao Zedong did. Like, Mao Zedong is like 10 times worse than Chiang Kai-shek. So while Chiang Kai-shek did, kill people, it wasn't to the degree that, Mao Zedong did. Like, Mao Zedong killed millions of people. So it's like Mao Zedong was just so much worse than him. And that's the thing is that, China gets so pissed off at Taiwan for having, like, statues to Chiang Kai-shek, saying that, they have statues of, like, a murderer. But, China really doesn't have the right to criticize that, considering that they have statues dedicated to Mao Zedong, who killed millions of people. Okay. I didn't know that, Luca. Okay, go to this shack. I don't know about that, Thomas. I don't think he was cheating. I just think he was just really good at the headshot spam, but it was still cheap what he did. It was just the Lancaster constant. I don't know how people have fun. Like, how do people have fun playing the game like that? Just Lancaster headshot, like everything. Like, that just seems boring. Using the same gun, just headshot spamming. It just seems boring to me. And so I use different guns, like Cattleman, Springfield, and stuff. I like to use different things, not to spam the same gun over and over again. If there was a GTA 5 spin-off backstory game of either Franklin, Trevor, or Michael, who would it be and why? Should Rockstar even go down this path? Not really, Ron, because their stories are kind of covered, and Michael and Trevor kind of already had their backstory covered in the prologue, so not really. I don't think we need another backstory. You know what I will say though, Ron, is I would support a GTA 4 Liberty City Stories. So like a GTA 4 game where it's a GTA 4 game and it's a Liberty City Stories style, where it's like takes place years before the main story in GTA 4, and where you like play one of the characters and they have the map of GTA 4 just earlier. And also I did a poll asking you guys, like, you know, what character did you want to play as, like what was it, like, you know, a younger character. And I put, like, playing as a younger Jerry when the McCreary family was, like, still, you know, powerful. It was like playing as, like, a younger John Gambetti when he was running his family. John Gravelli when he was running the Gambetti family. And then I had a younger Phil Bell, and then a young Dwayne. And Dwayne overwhelmingly won that, you know, poll. So people said, like, if there was, like, a GTA 4 Liberty City Stories, they'd want to play as Dwayne. That was, like, he was the most voted character. Thank you, Ron, for that super chat. Enjoying Space Marines 2, though the lore is beyond me. Oh, I've never played those games, Jonathan. Space Marine. Does that take place in the same universe as the Alien games? And thank you, Jonathan, for sponsoring my channel for nearly a year. Yeah, I would have loved to see Amos Nagant in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think that would have been cool. Oh, Space Hammers. It's Space Marines in the Warhammer universe. I'm thinking Colonial Marines. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry I got that mixed up. Hey, MZG. Yeah, so this Sunday we'll do a GTA 4 stream. We'll do that. Well, some people believe that Red Harlow is Uncle, but I don't believe that. The Infinity Killer in GTA 5? Wait, what, Bank? Yeah, I'll do Watch Dogs 1 Bad Blood. I just don't know when, but I'll do it. I have a bunch of games to play in October, so, we're gonna be doing, you know, World at War and, you know, Black Ops. Hey, Tactical, how are you? Man, where am I going?
This ain't no wagon train. Get the hell out. I'm gonna whoop you. You're ready to die.
Which of the Salamanca cousins would you choose to be your personal chef? Tuco or Lalo? Oh, man, that's scary. Mr. Jesus, thank you for the super chat. I don't know. They're both scary. The thing is, Tuco is like scary because it's just how aggressive he is, but Lalo is just so manipulative, and it just... Who's the worst gang boss? Julius, Billy Gray, or Dutch Vanderlyn? Billy Gray. Yeah, Billy Gray. Am I gonna play Dead Rising 2 and 3? Yeah, I'll play those. We might do those later in November. What do you put your AT/AC on in the summer? AC, I mean air conditioner. What's AT? You're at AC on. Wait, JM58. What do I put my AT/AC on in the summer? If you're talking about my AC, I have central air. If you're talking about what I put it on, I put it on 70, 71 usually.
What the hell? I was so close! Holy shit! Damn jackass.
No, the Mafia games aren't GTA competitors because they're made by the same publisher. It's gonna be a bit of a break, Raidens, because of just the... It's gonna be a bit of a break because of, I have a lot of games, different games to play in October. Oh, that's just my phone, the buzzing sound, yep.
Oh, what the hell? I was so close! Lord Almighty!
Okay, 3 bounty targets brought in.
Next stop, end of the line.
No, they're never gonna focus on single player again. They're never gonna do it.
You know, I'd almost switch places with him.
Hey, Mario.
Hate this job.
Don't spend it all at once.
Yeah, and the thing about Metal Gear Solid though, Raiden, is that the Metal Gear Solid games are like games that if you never played the old ones, you won't understand what's happening in the new ones. The Getaway, I do have one of the Getaway games, yeah. The Black Monday, I think that's the one that I have. Did you hear about what's happening to the New York City mayor? Yes, I did hear about it. He's been involved in corruption scandal, and that he's supposedly been involved with the Turkish government.
Back for more, huh?
No, I haven't really played the Call of Juarez games.
I tell you, those Skinner brothers, they really got my hackles up. Man,
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, it's looking really bad for the mayor that he deleted everything on his phone. So the fact that he deleted everything on his phone is looking really bad for him.
a shotgun. They need to be taught a goddamn lesson. You hear me? They're camped down at Blackbone Forest. You go there and take out their supplies. Take my word, I'll pay you well for it.
The South Korean government also. The thing that I'm curious about is I'm really curious, what did the Turkish and South Korean government want from the mayor? Like, what was he giving them specifically? Like, what would they want from the mayor of New York City? That's what I'm really curious about, like what he was giving them specifically. Oh, I'm playing on the hard difficulty? I didn't even know that. I will play Spec Ops The Line, Mr. Hopkins. I just don't know when, but it is on the... I have a whole list of games to play, and that's one of them, too. How much money have I made off the bounties? You know, probably in all of the play, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars in total in the game, but just today, maybe a few $100s on them already today. Thank you, JM58. Just leave one supplies. Leave one of them. Leave this one here. Just wait, don't shoot it anymore. Just wait. Okay. Oh. Okay, it's gone. No, I never played well, I have played a little bit of APB Reloaded, but I got bored of it really quickly. I know it's the game, it's like the online game where it's like cops versus criminals. I know the game you're talking about. How as brutal was the French Indochina War? Oh, you're talking, bad too. It was like, it started in the mid-50s. And then Vietnam split up into two countries, North and South Vietnam. A new Fight Night game for the PS5, yes. No, I didn't see them, Mario. But yeah, most of the politicians in New York, I think most of them should resign. Because, like, New York has just gone through so many problems. It's been so many problems in New York. How excited am I for the next Mafia game? A bit, but what I'm really curious about is whether Mafia, the old country, is coming out first or GTA 6. Do you guys think GTA 6 or Mafia is coming out first? Let me ask people, because it's the same publisher, so it's both Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two Interactive is publishing both games. So hang on, let me ask chat this. I'll ask chat. Okay. I just made a poll. People think Mafia is coming out first. Okay. Reddit Online is hiding Posse names. What a bummer. They showed the gamer tag, but not the name of the Posse. Wait, so I made my Posse name Outlaw Grinder, so people can't see that anymore now? Wait, what? California law that you don't own games, you're just licensing them digital? That's stupid. If you were in World War II, would you prefer to be in naval combat or a fighter pilot? Oh, naval. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a fighter pilot. Naval, you probably have a better chance of surviving. Okay. You also can't see the name of other players' horses. What about posses? Like, can somebody explain to me in the comments, like, what they changed with the posse names? Because, like, I had to make my posse name Outlaw Grinders again. Can somebody explain to me what they changed with the posse names specifically?
Let's go.
Thank you for the super chat, Mario. My mom, I know, she supported that, what was the guy's name? I don't even follow the New York politics anymore. The guy who used to lead the vigilante group. I forget the name of the guy. The guy who'd wear the beret all the time. But I know he ran for mayor, but it's just in general, New York politics is just so messed up. Oh, there's a player bounty here. Whoa, what's going on? Ah, oh, come on. Curtis, yeah, Curtis Silva, that's out. But I don't follow New York politics. I just stay away from it. It's just politics in general is just, you know, annoying, but New York politics is especially annoying. It's like in New York, it's like you feel like nothing ever changes. They even wanted to do a charge that if you drove through New York City, like Manhattan, you would pay like $27 a day. It was supposed to be like a congestion charge. That's like so stupid. It's like high standards of, it's really hard to live in New York because it's so expensive. Living standards are so expensive, and yet they're trying to do stuff like that. You know, the one bank manager in GTA 3 was Dan Houser. Wait, who? I do still play iZones though, yes. Wait, so you can't see custom posse names anymore? You cannot see them? It'll show just Posse in the screen, but wait, I made my own Posse name though. Wait, Polish Mercenaries Posse. Wait, but I changed it. Hang on. I made it Outlaws Grinders. That's what I had it as. What? It still keeps going back to Polish Mercenaries Posse? Wait, so custom posses are gone from the game? Like, they're gone? You're never able to make another custom posse name? Seriously? It just changed back when I made it, too. It just... How is that Outlaw Grinder? There's nothing bad about that. It's just... It's visible to you and your members, but for everyone else, it just says Posse, man. That's stupid. Damn, okay, that's... They're not gonna come and make DLC for this game, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna get rid of custom Posse names. Yeah, that's great, Rockstar. You really are amazing. Okay. Wait, what do you mean, Emily? I will tell you guys though that those those bot systems that are like run video games, like run online games, and they like ban people for like cursing and stuff like that. I will tell you that those are broken. Because I've never been banned from an online game from cursing, but I've been warned before. I got a warning, and the game I got a warning on was specifically Warzone with DMZ. So Modern Warfare 2 when I played DMZ. And my friend Brandon is here. Brandon actually remembers exactly what happened. So Brandon, are you still here in the chat? I know he's in the Posse, but he'll remember exactly what happened. We were playing like DMZ like half a year ago. And what happened was we were trying to go to the Oasis Koshi Complex entrance, and we encountered like another team that was there, and they opened fire on us, we opened fire on them, and it was like 3 versus 3, and I killed one person, and then the other guy in my group killed another person, and then it was just 1 versus 1. It was Brandon and the other guy. Oh, Brandon's here, yeah. So it was Brandon and the other guy, and basically all we wanted to do is we wanted to go to Koshi Complex. We didn't want to kill anybody, and what happened was we told the guy. We told him that, like, let Brandon, get us up, and we will leave, and we'll go to Koshi Complex, and then you can get your people up. And what happened was, when Brandon went to go revive me, like, the guy shot him, the other player, and killed him and took his stuff, and he started talking crap on the mic, just, like, insulting us, just talking crap. And, like, I called the guy a piece of shit. Like, I was like, I don't really curse a lot, but, like, I said that on that. I'm like, you're a piece of crap, dude. It's like, we just wanted to go to Koshi Complex. We weren't, like, looking for trouble. And I told Brandon that, I told him that Brandon's just gonna get us up. He's gonna revive us, and we're gonna get out of here. And these guys lied to us. They screwed us over. They killed us. And I got pissed because it's like, if you want a PvP, then you say you want a PvP. You don't, like, lie to people and then, like, pretend that you're gonna let somebody revive them and just use that as an advantage to kill somebody, because it's such a cheap thing that he did. And I got pissed at that player in DMZ, and I called him a piece of crap. And what ended up happening is that guy reported me. So that guy was, like, mocking me, and he reported me. And then what ended up happening is, like, when I logged into DMZ the next time, like, I was giving a warning, like, saying that, like, if this happens, like, again, I could be suspended or whatever it was. And that's the only time it's ever happened to me. But, like, I was pissed. Like, I was annoyed about that whole thing, because, like, I wasn't at fault there. Like, that guy wasn't cursing or anything like that, so that's probably why the bot system didn't pick him up, but he was a piece of crap, just how he was acting and what he did. So that's how, like, those things can be broken a lot of times, too. What was your best game of DMZ? I wiped out a 6-man squad by myself once in, Vondel. I did that once. That was probably my best DMZ moment ever. And you know what guns I used to kill a 6-man squad? Because, like, you don't have 6-man squads in DMZ anymore. But the guns that I used to kill a 6-man squad, I used the Tempest Torrent, and then I used the, I used the Desert Eagle. So it was the Tempest and the Desert Eagle. Those are the 2 guns I used. Yeah, the Maxim would have overheated by now in real life. Man, there's so many guys here. I've heard of the game before, yeah, Mr. Hopkins. Oh, there's a collectible in here? Oh, here we go. Do I think Take-Two will force the new Mafia game to release in 2026 because GTA 6 will make a lot of money? No, they're probably going to want it released in the same year because they're going to want to really impress their investors in 2025. So GTA 6 and Mafia, the Old Country in 1 year. Okay, Mario, I'll take a look at your message, later. And wait, Blinded Eagle, did you reply? What, the bank manager from the Marty Chunks missions, he was actually voiced by Dan Houser. I think his wife also played, like, Faustin's wife in GTA 4 as well. Oh, I didn't know that. I would have loved to play a GTA character, even if I just have a few lines, even if I could do it for free, just like being in GTA 6, like playing just one character in the game. That would just be so cool. Oh, I shouldn't have shot him. Oh well. Okay, okay, I'm gonna have to rush here. If I'm gonna make it on this, I'm gonna have to rush. I think I can make it on this. Oh no, come on. Gotta be kidding me. It's gonna be really close. Come on. There we go, made it. Ooh. Pro, could you pull off a villain role in a video game? I think I could.
You got your reward.
Honor level decreased, huh? Wild animal tagging. That's actually one of the worst modes.
Give him one of these ribs.
Pro, what's one good thing about New York? I could tell you. The best thing about New York is that everything is in such close proximity. Everywhere you need to go is always near you. You can walking distance. That's the one thing I will say about New York. It's the best. Everything is always within walking distance. Some people, you know, go their entire lives working in New York without a car. So it's, that's what I would say is probably the best thing about New York. Can I play a public game here? Continue alone. Okay, I think it's glitched. Let me try it here. Yeah, Mafia 2 wasn't much different. The only difference I noticed is that Tommy looked a little bit different. Tommy Angelo looked a bit different, but other than that, it was pretty much the same. Do you think Rockstar would update Red Dead Online after GTA 6 releases? No. They're done with Red Dead Online. Zalpid them. I would love for them. I don't want to get your hopes up. I would love for them to, you know, do more stuff for Red Dead Online, but it's done. They're not doing any more stuff for it. It's over. I don't really know any poker players in real life. Yeah, we're encountering a few glitches, but it's not that bad. The best way to make money right now, get the bounty hunter, get the bounty hunter role. Do stranger missions, do get gold, buy the bounty hunter, role, and then do bounties. Do bounties, wait down the timer until the last minute, because I think bounty hunter missions are 2 times money right now, and then use the gold towards collector, the next thing. And when you're collecting, just get the bounty target on the back of your horse and just go and look for collectibles at the same time. And then eventually, you could get gold and buy moonshine and a trader and have those producing for you. What role do you have the most fun with? Maybe moonshine, actually. Do I play on free aim? I try to for the most part, yeah. Well, for me, it was afternoon stream. We'll start the GTA 4 stream a lot earlier on Sunday. Oh, GTA 6 is definitely gonna have a betrayal. The question is whether Lucia or Jason are gonna betray each other. No, I don't think one of them's gonna die. No. Yeah, I know the trust scene in the trailer, too. Which World War II gun would be good in a zombie apocalypse? And which zombie world would you rather be in, The Walking Dead or The Dead Rising? Dead Rising world. Dead Rising, the zombies are a lot easier to deal with than in the Walking Dead world. What World War II gun would be the best for dealing with zombies? Probably the MP40. And the reason for that is because the MP40 doesn't have a lot of recoil. It's 9mm. But the MP40 does not have a semi-automatic mode. It doesn't. It's only automatic fire, right? I don't know. I have to think about that one then. Eight, 10, 10. Oh, wow. Look at my cards. Look at my cards right now, guys. I feel Jason is secretly a cop and betray Lucia, same as Brian O'Connor being a cop and betraying Dominic and Mia Toretto in Fast and Furious. I don't think so, though, Ron. I do appreciate the super chat, but I did a video. I did a video on my channel, Ron. That I think you should check it out if you haven't seen it already. Hold on, and let me actually look up the video here. I'll tell you what it's called exactly. Okay, I think I'm definitely gonna win this. Look at my cards right now. But Ron, just give me 1 second, and I don't think that, you know, Jason is a cop, because people say the way he holds his gun that it's proof that he's a cop, but it's that just shows that Jason has gun training. There's plenty of people that hold their guns like that and they aren't cops. Yeah, I'll play the Warriors one day, Alec. Look at that. Look at the money right there. Look at that. Nice, right? Much better luck than what I had last week. Okay. Okay, Ron, if you're still here, check this video out. I posted this video. I made this video like half a year ago. Check it out. It's explaining why I don't think that Jason is a cop. Oh, thank you, Alec, for the super chat. Can you teach us some Polish? I will teach Polish when I play through 63 Days, because 63 Days is a game that just recently came out. It's a World War II game that takes place in Poland, and and you have the option of playing the game with Polish dubbing, where the characters speak Polish and it's English subtitles. And when I play through that game, I will explain a lot of the Polish and the things that they're saying. I'm gonna fold my cards here. I'm not gonna, you know, risk going in here. Have modders killed you nonstop before on GTA 4? They have. There's modders on PS3 on GTA 4. Oh my god, I should have... Oh my god, I should have bet. I would have won that. I would have won that if I had bet. Oh my god. I should have bet on that one. I would have won. These cards are bad. Did I know what, Phoenix? Do you think the Goliath remote mine was a terror weapon? A lot of Poles considered it so, since the Germans used those remote mine tanks against Polish civilians during the uprising. Actually, Gunner, the thing about that tank is that that mine tank, the Goliath, is actually in 63 days. So I already beat 63 days. I'm just gonna be doing a playthrough of it. The developer sent me the game 2 weeks early before it came out, but it takes place. The entire game is set during the Warsaw Uprising. And there's one scene in the Warsaw Uprising when the Polish resistance fighters are made a barricade and the Germans can't break through the barricade, and then they send the Goliath in. For people that don't know what the Goliath was the first kind of real drone when you really think about it. It technically was a drone. I don't think do drones have to be airborne to be drones? I don't think they necessarily have to, but it was the first kind of like remote controlled like weapon, and it was a remote controlled vehicle. So it was like a non piloted vehicle. It was a Nazi weapon. It was a remote controlled vehicle, and it drove towards. It was like kind of like the size of like an RC car, maybe a little bigger. And it had little mini tank treads on it, and when it drove towards something, it would explode. It had a lot of explosives in it, so it was an explosive drone in World War II. And that was really the first kind of remote-controlled vehicle in history, was that thing, too. One of the German operators also unwillingly blew up a remote mine that was captured by the Polish resistance, killing 300 people. Oh my god. Yeah, but when I play 63 Days, you'll see it in there. It's in 63 Days. Non-air drones are called UGVs. Oh, okay. I think 63 Days was really good, and the story was, it's kind of short, but my biggest complaint with 63 Days is sometimes when the enemies see you, it's like BS. Like, they'll spot you in, like, ridiculous locations. Like, places they shouldn't have spotted you, they'll spot you in unmanned ground vehicles. Don't mind this, just showing off. Well, thank you, Manix, and thanks for sponsoring my channel for 2 years. Thanks, man. I don't think Shane really went insane, because for somebody to go insane, they don't know the difference between right and wrong. It was more like Shane snapped. That's what I would say about him. He snapped. He was obsessed with Lori, and it got to the point where it's like a really creepy obsession. And it was, I felt like he wanted to be the leader too, and he got pissed that Rick was questioning him a lot. In October, I start my job as a corrections officer. Good luck with that, Nicholas. I hope that goes good for you. I hope everything's fine. You do get, I think corrections officers do get to retire early, and there is good benefits. But I will say about it is, Nicholas, is I don't know what kind of prison you're going to be a corrections officer in, but I will tell you this, is just be careful, because a lot of these guys that are in prison for the rest of their lives, is they are, you know, they don't care what they will do. So just, that's one of the biggest mistakes that corrections officers make, is when they're in a part of the prison by themselves. And that's, just watch out for that, man. I hope everything's safe and good. It is, you know, it does have the benefit. The job is very dangerous, but it does have good benefits. But, I will also say one thing about corrections officers' jobs. I don't know if your prison is like this, but most corrections officers is that the government will force you to do overtime. So, like, if, for example, if, like, somebody calls out of work, the government will make you work 2 shifts as a corrections officer. Like, you don't have a choice. You can't go home. So they'll force you to do overtime. So it's not like other jobs where you can just go home. Is corrections officers that they will make you stay for
much longer after your shift has ended. So just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to discredit you from being a corrections officer or anything. I wish you luck, and it's, I hope everything goes good for you. It has good benefits, but I hope you know some of that stuff. You still here, Nicholas, too? Wait, when did I mistook it for a king tiger? Wait, when was that, Gunner? Nicholas, you still here, man? Yes, thanks for the heads up. I hope everything goes good for you. And I'll be honest with you, I could not handle being a corrections officer. That's just me personally. I could not handle it. Oh, I hope it goes good for you. Corrections facilities are a joke in the U.S. and the West. El Salvador's correction facility is the best way to go about treating criminals, make them work, and have a hard, enduring life. El Salvador is one of the most maximum security prisons in the world, and it has worked. The crime has fallen significantly. It's fallen by like an insane 105%. That's how much crime has fallen. It's like an insane amount that it fell. Hello, Pro. I'm glad you were playing Metal Gear Solid 1. I love these games since I was a kid, waiting for your upcoming video on it. Thank you, Rashawn. And we're gonna have more parts of Metal Gear Solid out soon, too. This will be my last hand here. I'll risk it on this. And Nicholas, there's one thing I want to warn you about also when it comes to corrections, is that in my state, in the Midwest, where I moved to the upper Midwest, there is there's labor for the inmates. So like the inmates will like go to some kind of project and they'll be like working on something, some kind of construction or something like that. I don't know exactly what they do. I know that they're taken out and they work on some kind of projects and stuff like that. I think they get paid. I don't know the amount they get paid, but some of the inmates get taken out on those projects sometimes, those work details. And sometimes corrections officers are assigned to them. Just so you know, that is the #1 time when inmates escape. Is they escape when they're on those work details. So when they're on those work details, that is the most amount of times when they'll try to escape. So make sure you just keep that in mind too. Because I watch my town news. I live in a town up in the upper Midwest, and what happens is a few times a year when I'm watching the news, there's a report that there's some prisoner has escaped. On the news, and it happens like a few times a year, and every single time when a prisoner escapes, they're in a work detail. Every single time. They've never broken out of jail or prison. It's just always when they're in a work detail. That's when they've always escaped. So just keep that in mind. If you ever assigned to one of those work details, that is when prisoners tend to escape the most. But the thing is that the prisoners that are put typically on work details typically are not the most dangerous people. They don't risk usually taking the most dangerous people on work details. So usually the prisoners that are out on work details, they did something stupid. Maybe they did like a drunk driving, or maybe they beat somebody up. Maybe they were involved in a robbery in the past, nothing like seriously violent. But like usually like killers and rapists, like those type of guys are usually not going to be assigned to work detail because it's too risky that they'll escape. And then those guys, when they get out, they can do some really horrible things. Got a game called The Jumping Ice Cube. The story good. What? Thank you, Blinded Eagle. Corrections officer, you must be strong, yeah. And I wish you luck, Nicholas. Like I said, you can retire early from that job. I think it's like 40-something. When you get to like 40-something, you can retire. So the job does have really good benefits, but just be careful also, though. I'm not trying to get you down or anything at your job, by the way. I'm just, I studied corrections. I learned about it, too, when I did my degree in law enforcement technology. That was one of the things I could have done, but I could never handle it. So I wish you luck, and you're a lot tougher than I am. My friend was a CEO, a corrections officer on death row, and he told me the inmates, they had been ordered to be terminated immediately when 45 was in office. My friend had a... Wait, what? Oh, your friend had a dark sense of humor. Well, thank you, Amateur, for the super chat. But usually, people that are put on death row, it takes many years. It's like 10 or 15 years until they're executed because of just all the appeals courts that it's going through. Nicholas, you still here? Let me just Google this really quick. Yeah, I know, Mario. I just don't want to comment on politics, though. I tend to stay away from it. There's a chance that a person on death row is innocent, sure. But what I will say about that is, if an innocent person is executed, though, I personally don't blame that on the death penalty. I don't think it's the fault of the death penalty. I think that's more the fault of the courts, the prosecutors, and the police who messed up. So if like an innocent person is executed, it's more like the fault of the courts, the police, and the prosecution. Because if the prosecution and the police and the courts did their job, you wouldn't have had an innocent person on death row in the first place. So I personally don't blame the death penalty when innocent people get executed. I more blame the courts who messed up the case. Let me see here. It says here that corrections officers can retire at minimum at age 45. So yeah, so you could still have you still have a huge chunk of your life ahead of you at 45. If you keep working though, you get a bigger retirement. But a lot of those law enforcement agencies, you can actually retire in your 40s. Did you ever send it to me on Twitter, Menace? I'll probably play the Woodbury game that you guys told me to play. I'll probably will play that one. Because I wanted to play the one of the landlord. And so that was the one you guys told me to play. When did this happen, Noise? How many parts do you say are left for Dead Rising? Like 3 parts, probably. Yes, that was between Britain and Iceland, Aiden. I know about that one. Okay, Zombfected. Isn't that from, Pulp Fiction? I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I gotta watch that movie again. Yeah, I've seen it happen before, Thomas. Well, Ron, they just take place before because, the warehouse, Lester's warehouse is still there, yeah. But GTA Online right now takes place after the main story. I gotta play the Darkness games one day. Well, that's horrible, Mario. But anyone who does something like that deserves a death penalty. Thank you for the super chat. I think, personally, my opinion on the death penalty is it should be up to the family. I think the family, the victim's family, they should have the right to decide. That's my personally, executed on March 23rd, 1944. Well, that was a very different time period back then. You had a lot of racism and segregation was a thing back then in the 1940s. But, today, you're not going to have something like that happen today where it's like a 14-year-old is going to get executed. You know, the people that get put on death row today are, like, really, really bad people. You know, these are really, really evil people. It has happened a few times where innocent people have been executed, but like I said, I personally don't blame the death penalty for that. I blame the courts and the prosecutor and the, you know, the prosecution, the judge, and the police who messed up the case. That's what I would say about that. Because if they did their job correctly, you wouldn't have an innocent person on death row in the first place. But I think I know the case that you're talking about. That 14-year-old was executed. That you said it happened in 1944. Was this a southern state where it happened? If this was a southern state, then I'm surprised by it back then, because, you know, the southern states, you know, in that time period were extremely racist, and there was segregation was still existed in that time period. Yeah, I could play Fears to Fathom one day. I hope I don't get a heart attack playing Fears to Fathom. I hope I don't. Like, I'm just joking, obviously, but I hope I don't get scared like really badly on that, because it's gonna give me nightmares. Fears to Fathom is not that scary. Well, I'll look into it when I play it. But I guess I'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. I'll be going. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. And this Sunday we'll do a GTA 4 stream. So we'll do GTA 4 multiplayer. So if you play on PS3, you can join me. You don't have to have me added for me to play with me. If you just look up my lobbies on if you just try to find public lobbies on PS3, you'll probably be able to find my session. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.